Welcome to Big Game Hunter,
where we hunt the big games
to make us all look tame.
Let's go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Big Game Hunter. If you don't know how this works here, I am hunter number one, your boy Lloyd's Locks. My hunting mate over here is Mr. Picks Cash. You guys all know this is a duo right here. Me and him, we do this together. You can't forget about our fearless deer over here. The man
with antlers, fully grown.
Got the antlers.
We're deep in season now.
I'm mature.
How many points we got up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10-point buck.
10-point buck.
I might shoot you after the show ends.
Wow, hey, let's not do that. Hey,
That's crazy.
that's
10-pointer.
crazy.
That's a big one.
For all you fellas, I know we missed the show last 2 weeks. My grandmother passed away, so that is the reason that we did that. But we are back. Everything is good. We're going to get rolling here, man. This show, we picked 5 of the best college football games this upcoming weekend and 5 in the NFL. We go over every single game, what sides we like, and you guys from there will tail because you should. 5 college football plays for this weekend. Game number 1. Guys, it's Miami rolling in at Louisville. Both teams still having really, really successful seasons. Louisville is a 5.5-point dog, Guts. Your play in the game.
When I first looked at this line, I thought, oh, my God, I'm going to have to take Louisville here because I was pretty high on Louisville. You know, for the last couple of weeks, I was like, I want to find a spot to bet them. Yeah, sure, they haven't played anybody. Yeah. But damn it, they've looked good. Miami, though, coming off the bye, having an Alabama-type last couple of weeks in a way, right? I'm going with Miami here. Miami coming off the bye. I think they're going to be absolutely ready for this Louisville team that I just don't think is going to be ready for the firepower that Cam Ward and this offense is going to bring. Give him Miami.
I think Miami is not that good. Still, I know Cam Rising's the Heisman favorite. I know the offense is absolutely booming. But Louisville can play, and Miami's defense is not that good. Miami should be 4-2. Should have lost Virginia Tech, should have lost to Cal, okay? This is not a great football team. I don't care what anybody says. They're not getting outed like these other teams because they're a schedule. I like Louisville, especially at home in this spot. 5.5 is a lot of fucking points. I will take the 5.5. I also want Louisville money line on my card. 2 plays on my card in this game. Give me Louisville plus 5.5 and give me the money line. I don't know what it's at, but whatever it is, we'll put it up and you'll see it. Game number 2 in Nebraska. The Cornhuskers going in to Hoosier Nation at Indiana. Guts, Indiana, a 6.5-point favorite in this game against the Cornhuskers. Seems crazy to me. You think it's crazy, right?
As a Big Ten guy actually born in the Midwest, a guy who actually knows Big Ten ball. And by the way, I know about Signetti too. Big Signetti guy over here. And I loved the quote when he said, talking about Google me. All I do is win.
That was a badass quote. Badass quote for sure.
That being said, I'm taking Indiana. I'm so fucking over the Dylan Raiola. How he's not Patrick Mahomes, okay? He's dog shit. Look at what he did last week. This Indiana team is firing on all cylinders. This is a football school now. I'm declaring it. Football school now. Until Signetti's out of the building, it will always be a football school. The fans are staying in the stands longer. The games are packed. And Indiana's winning, baby. Give me Indiana alt line.
What alt line? What do you want?
It's a route.
Put it on your card.
What do you want?
Put it on your
What's
card.
your alt line?
What do you mean? Put it on your card.
Give me 6.5.
I am all over Nebraska. Indiana has played nobody. Dylan Raiola can ball. The defense shows up big time. I think at Indiana, it's a tough place to play, but 6.5 is a lot because these Hoosier fans are riled up because they're undefeated for the first time, maybe ever. I'm not sure. Dylan Raiola, he covers the 6.5 without question. Give me Nebraska plus 6.5 on the road. I love it. And now on to maybe my favorite game of the entire week because it's a chance that I get to maybe bet on this guy's team. Michigan and Illinois. Illinois plus 3.5. Guts, your boys. ILL.
I-N-I.
Okay, there we go. Your guys, they got the Wolverines coming in town. Illinois plus 3.5. Guts, your play.
3-0 ATS as a dog this season. It's absolutely unbelievable. We continue to get disrespected. Michigan doesn't have a fucking quarterback. They don't even have a real head coach. This was literally the most charity shit I've ever seen in my life. Jim Harbaugh said, oh, thank you for everything. I'm going to literally put it in my contract that you have to be the next coach, even though you're not qualified or worth it. Okay, he absolutely stinks. More stinks. Everybody on that roster stinks. That team is terrible. Everybody's gone. We might have lost a couple pieces to the NFL on the defensive side. Sure. Not worried about it. Boys are still buzzing. Give me Illinois and fuck the spread.
Do you want the money line?
I want the money line. Put it on my card. Wow. Keep the points.
That's big coming from you. You're a big ILL guy. Michigan wins this game outright. I don't see a way because this is how I look at this game. Okay, this game for me goes down to two things: Michigan's ability to run the ball versus Luke Altmaier's ability to throw the ball against this weak Michigan secondary. Okay, because Illinois is not going to be able to run the football, so Luke Altmaier's going to have to go out there and win this game by himself. And I just think Michigan's running attack is going to be too much. Last week they played Purdue. They gave up 49 points to one of the worst teams in college football. They had two guys run for over 100 yards last week, and I just don't see how they stop Mr. Mullins out of the backfield. I don't think it happens. I think Orji can still have a big day on his feet, and I love Michigan minus 3.5. I'll take it. You can put it on my card. 2 units. Big one. On my card, I want it. And now we go to the 2 biggest games, obviously, of the weekend. These are 2 monster games. We had some monster games last week. Alabama at Tennessee. This game is always iconic. This game always comes down to the wire. It's going to be a good one. The Vols are a 3-point dog at home. Guts, I know you're back in the Vols.
I want to say something here. My Dixieland Delight. That
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
This is just such a weird matchup because like that's a song about Tennessee. So now you have Alabama versus Tennessee, and I was just thinking, obviously, if they play this at the game in Tennessee, like. Is just everybody gonna sing it? Like, I don't know.
I think probably everybody will sing it.
Kind
How
of a
will people
shit show.
feel about it? I don't know.
Anyways, give me Alabama. Because I'll tell you right now, I like Tennessee and I want to see them do well. We're wearing orange. My team, Illinois, orange. Yeah. I love orange. It's my favorite color, orange. My favorite color.
I don't think it's your favorite.
It is my favorite color. I love orange. I love teal. All right. I love white. If it's the Dolphins colors, I love it. Orange ranks #1. Tennessee just really hasn't played anybody this season, okay? And they basically have been double-digit favorites against everybody. That NC State, I think they were like 9-point favorites, and they fucking blew them out by 50. Again, NC State, the most overhyped team coming into the season of all time. That's the only reason why that line was below 10. They were also below 10 favorites, I think, against Oklahoma. I just don't think they're going to be ready for the storm that Alabama's going to bring. And I know that Alabama has not looked good the last couple weeks. They've almost lost a couple games they definitely should not have. Milroe, a lot of people asking questions about Milroe. And I don't absolutely love Milroe.
Yeah.
But give me Milroe.
Give me the Vols. +3 at home, your biggest game of the year. Both units, I believe, are better because Tennessee's defense, Alabama has not seen a defense like Tennessee's. I don't care about Georgia. Georgia gave up fucking 40 points to Alabama. Tennessee's not giving up 40. This is a great Tennessee defense. Their defensive line is just, they have monsters up there. James Pierce is a stud, bro. And I think Alabama struggles to run the football. And again, they're going to have to force Jalen Milroe to win this game like by himself. And sometimes he does it. Sometimes he doesn't do it. In a very hostile environment in Vols Nation, this is going to be a very, very difficult game for them to win. I'll take the +3 at home. Not my favorite bet of the week because we all know Jalen Milroe can really go out there and win a ball game. But I do love Tennessee. I think they're going to be able to run the ball. And this Alabama defense over the past 3 weeks has not looked good. So I just think Tennessee's going to be better on both sides of the ball. You got to give me the Vols at home. I want them +3, and I also want the money line, both on my card. On to the biggest game. This is by far the biggest game of the entire weekend. It's Georgia at Texas. Me and Gutsy were capping this game earlier today, right? And it was at me and you. And it was at 3.5. We sat down to film this episode, and it moved to 5. Texas is a 5-point favorite at home against the Bulldogs. First time the Bulldogs have been a dog in a game. I believe it's in over 3 years.
I think the exact number might be like 51.
Yeah, okay.
Like 51 games.
51 games. There you go.
That.
That's a lot of games.
It's a shitload of games.
Yeah. So, again, not a spot where you find Georgia as a dog a lot. Guts, do you think that they cover as a dog this weekend?
Georgia came into the season, and, I was high on Clemson.
Yeah.
But I
you were, yeah.
All right, high on Clemson. Clemson got the absolute shit kicked out of them. Ever since then, what's happened? Clemson has gone on to absolutely rout every single bad team that they play by 50. And then on the flip side, Georgia just looks like absolute fucking dog shit, right?
Yeah.
Should have lost to Kentucky. The Alabama game was absolutely insane. They let Milroe run for 1 billion trillion yards. You know what the real issue here is? It's a trench issue. You've heard me say this before.
Oh, yeah.
It's an issue of the trenches. In Texas, they've got some boys.
They got some boys in there.
And I'm telling you right now, they are going to blitz, Bama, blitz, but not Bama,
but
blitz,
not Bama.
blitz.
Georgia, blitz.
Blitz,
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 Longhorn,
blitz, horns, blitz. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Blitz, horns, blitz.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get. I think this could potentially get ugly. I never have said this on a show I've ever done. I don't think Carson Beck finishes the game.
Why do you think that? You're not possibly rooting for
Rooting for injuries?
No, because I'm pro Hannah Cavender. I'm so pro Cavender twins. I absolutely love them.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
I think they get obliterated. I think they're down 50. I think they pull them in the fourth. I never said anything about an injury.
I also love the Longhorns in this game. I don't like 5. Changes my mind a little bit. I liked 3.5. Did bet it already, so 3.5 is what I'll take. You can put it on my card. I would also take 5. Like Justice said, bro, this is a trenches issue, bro. And this Georgia offense has not looked good really at all when they've played any team that has a decent defense. Well, Texas has a great defense. It's literally probably the best defense in the entire country, and Georgia's going to have a really, really tough time. You thought Carson Beck struggled in the first half against Bama? Wait for the first half in this game. I want 2 bets in this game. I want Texas minus 3.5. I'll take the 5 too if you want to put on my card, because I know that's the line right now. Whoa. Texas minus 5, and give me Texas first half spread. I'm assuming now it's probably 2.5. Georgia plays so bad in the first half of football games. Every single week, I'm getting tricked again. Oh, Georgia's playing Mississippi State. They're minus 13.5 in the first half. Okay, yeah, no, they don't cover. They're up by 12 at halftime. Okay, fine. Well, give me Texas spread first half. I want both of them. Texas first half minus 2.5, and I want the Longhorns minus 5. That is my 2 plays for that game. That wraps up the college football portion of ours. 5 down, 5 to go. You guys know how this goes, but we got to give you the sitting duck. If you guys don't know what the sitting duck is, the sitting duck looks like this.
The sitting duck.
Oh, well, I wasn't done, man. Okay, the sitting duck. I mean, I guess it'll work. If you don't know what the sitting duck is, the sitting duck, your favorite tail, your favorite fade of the week. Out of all the teams that we just went over, that team that you want to fade the most in that spot is the sitting duck. Easy snipe, easy target, easy kill, easy bet, easy cash. Mr. Picks Cash, your sitting duck this week for college football is?
It's Nebraska. It's Dylan Raiola. Nice, fat, juicy fucking duck. I'm shooting it, feeding families for generations to come. Give me Indiana at minus $1 million.
My sitting duck this week. Let's do it one more time, Brian. ILL.
INI.
They get absolutely pounded.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second.
They get absolutely pounded by Michigan at home this weekend. Again, they're not going to be able to stop the run at all. Michigan will run for 350 yards. This game is not going to be close. I went Michigan minus 10. Also, all spread. You can put that on my card too. I don't care. Illinois gets absolutely routed this weekend against Michigan. So obviously Michigan minus 3.5 is the bet, but my sitting duck this week is the Illini. And we move on to the NFL. Great NFL games this weekend. We have some really, really good ones.
Great football weekend.
Yes, no, it really is. A ton of great games this weekend. We're super, super excited. Our first NFL game here is going to be the Eagles at the Giants. The Giants are a 3-point dog in this game, a spot where you could maybe be saying the Giants are catching a little bit more value than they should be. Guts, you're playing this game.
This is going to be the worst play I've ever given out in the history of this show. I'll tell you right now, I'm tired of the Eagles. I'm tired of watching the new fat Jalen Hurts run around out there. Slow as shit. Literally run around like he's running in quicksand. And they stink. I don't care what they just did. Nick Sirianni's talking shit to fans. I do love that. And I hate the Giants. I've talked nothing but shit about them since that primetime game 3 or 4 weeks ago. Give me the Giants. Give me Danny Dimes. I'm backing for the first time this season, the first time of the year where I'm going to tell you right now, I think Danny Dimes is going to lead. Listen, the Giants, believe it or not, are kind of a disciplined team. They don't get a lot of penalties, right? They don't really turn the ball over a ton. Danny Dimes has kind of just stepped it up a little bit. I think this is a game they win, a big divisional game at home in New York. Do it for your coach, because Dave, I don't know if he's going to get fired tonight, tomorrow, the day after the game. He might not even be making it in the locker room. Giants.
It's the Eagles minus 3. I think the Giants are just being overvalued in this spot, dude. I mean, last week they didn't play that great against Cincinnati. I know it was a game Cincinnati was supposed to cover in, found a way to cover in that game. But now the Eagles didn't play great either against the Browns last week. But look, the Eagles are finally fully healthy. Okay, they got everybody back. They still played a decent defense last week in the Browns. Obviously not against the run, but the passes. I mean, it's a little bit better, a little bit harder for teams to move down the field. I just think that Danny Dimes is going to struggle against the defense of the Eagles, and I also think that Jalen Hurts and the boys can probably have a big day, because the Bengals had an opportunity to have a big day, but we just didn't have the line. Jalen Hurts has a 10 times better offensive line than Joe Burrow does. I think if he has time, he can carve up this Giants secondary. Give me the Eagles -3 in this spot. I'll take it. Now on to the second game of our NFL slate. Texans at Packers. Packers, a 2.5-point favorite in this game at Lambeau. Packers beat the shit out of the Cardinals last week. Texans beat the shit out of the Patriots last week. So, Guts, at Lambeau, big game. Two high-powered offenses. What do you think?
Texas coming off a dominant victory over one of the most embarrassing organizations in football, the New England Patriots. They should be ashamed of themselves. But it was not a great win for the Texans, right? They lost Nico Collins. Nico Collins, who's led the team in 3 of the 5 big key games that he has played in receptions for the team. I don't think Diggs can help carry this offense to it. I think the injuries of the defense are also going to be just too much to handle. I mean, listen, we always talk about crippled animals. These animals we're looking for that we want to get easy kills.
Yeah, easy kills.
It's right here.
You think this is an easy
This
kill?
is a crippled animal, leg missing. It's limping. It's bleed. It's like it just needs to be finished. I think it's a no-brainer. Give me the Packers to dominate this game. Matt LaFleur is a beast of a coach.
I feel like I keep missing these easy spots on the Packers. I bet the Cardinals last week. I've been way too high on the Arizona Cardinals lately. Yeah, I mean, I just keep finding these spots to bet the Cardinals, and it absolutely fucks me every week. So, again, this week, I just think in a spot like this, both defenses are pretty solid. I think Jordan Love has the ability to make those big plays. I think C.J. Stroud in this game will make them no matter what. I know he doesn't have Nico Collins. Some of his weapons obviously not there. He's going to have to find some new guys. But I think he can do it. I'll take the Texans. I'm going to buy this thing to +3. I think this has points written all over it, and I think it has a close game down to the wire also written all over it. I hate 2.5. I'll take the Texans +3 on the road. On to the third game on our NFL slate here. It's Lions at Vikings. Vikings are a 2-point favorite at home against the Detroit Lions, who have a little bit more of a heartache now that Aiden Hutchinson broke his fibula, pretty much shattered it in half. We wish him a well recovery, but he is done for the season, and it's not going to be an easy one to replace him on that defensive line for the Lions. So, Guts, you're playing this game with the Vikings laying 2.
Injury was disgusting. Vikings, listen, you know how high I've been on the Vikings. I've been beating off Sam Darnold all year long, and I'm going to probably keep on doing it. Give me the Lions in this spot. Give me the Lions in a spot where I'm just not so sure that this line is correct. The Vikings are trying to do something that hasn't been done since the 07 Patriots, which is what? Go 8-0 straight up, 8-0 ATS, 8-0 first half ATS. Are they going to keep it going? I really just don't think so here, even with the loss of Hutchinson, which is very brutal. I'm not even trying to take anything away from that. No, I'm not completely sold this line is correct, that they deserve to even be 2-point favorites here. Give me the Lions.
I love the Vikings. I just think the Vikings, bro, and again, my dad called me the other day. He goes, why do you think the Vikings are undefeated? He goes, no, it's not because Sam Darnold turned into Aaron Rodgers overnight. This Vikings defensive line is so legit. They are so scary. First in pressures, first in sacks. They get to the quarterback, and I think if Sam Darnold and Jay Jettis can find a way to have a big day, I think the Vikings can do it. Big divisional game at home. You'll want to win this one. I like it a lot. We'll take the Vikings -2, and we will go on to a Super Bowl rematch of last year. The Kansas City Chiefs at the Niners. I'm sorry, the Chiefs are a dog 1.5 on the road against the Niners. It's unbelievable to me. Guts, I know it's unbelievable to you.
Yeah, can't believe it. Really stunned. Chiefs coming off a bye. Everybody talks about, how great the Chiefs are off a bye. 18-16-1 ATS off a bye. Not very good if you ask me. 28-7 straight up, sure. And I'm talking like I'm about to fade the Chiefs, like I always do in this spot. But I'm going to do a fucking reverse fucking
he
card.
does do
It's Chiefs fucking money line, baby. 28-7 straight up. They're 1.5-point dogs. It's basically a pick 'em. Mahomes ain't losing this shit, man. I don't care what the hell we're talking about. Give me the Chiefs. I'm not losing more money on them as a dog. What's their saying?
Go Chiefs!
Go!
Isn't that what it is, Bryce?
Go!
Chiefs, go!
Go!
Something like that. I don't know. Nobody gives a fuck about Arrowhead. Okay? Let's start there. Okay? Nobody gives a fuck about that place. Nobody cares.
No,
Okay?
that place stinks.
No, that place stinks, bro. Place stinks. I go in there and I win every time.
Horrible parking.
Well,
Actually, good parking, but the lines, I mean, they're out to the interstates.
as a guy that's had experience, by the way. I've had a lot of experience betting Patrick Mahomes in these spots. I'll keep this very simple. It always works out in my favor. It is the Chiefs money line. I think I was the only person on SoBet that took the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl last year because everybody else fell for the bait. Vegas wants to bait people again. They can do it again. I'll take the best football player of all time on the road. So give me Chiefs money line on my card as well. Thank you. In the last game of the NFL slate here, it's Jets at Steelers. This is the Sunday Night Football game in a must-win game for the Jets. The Steelers are laying 2.5 at home. Gus, what do you think about the Jets going into Steel City?
Obviously, we've got a lot of things happening to these two teams, right? We got Devontae Adams coming into town. We've got talks of Russell Wilson starting this week. I'll keep this real simple, okay? If Russell Wilson is starting this weekend, I want the Steelers on my card. If Justin Fields is starting, I want the Jets on my card, okay? And I'm going to tell you this right now. I hate to even do this again. And if you're Lloyd's dad, Big Chief, turn it off. Because for the second time this show, I'm going to say it. I don't think Aaron Rodgers makes it through the game. If you have anything where you can bet defensive player over, take TJ Watt over fucking everything. Because this Jets offensive line absolutely sucks. And they basically are begging to kill Aaron Rodgers behind this line.
Honestly, what it seems like to me is just a classic guy. Just a classic guy that just can't make up his mind. Because I'll make up my mind, and Big Chief, you can turn it back on. This is a must-win game for the Jets. You're putting everything on the line for this season. You're already 2-4, okay? And now you got a big one. It's on the road, in a really tough place to play, tough environment. Got a really, really good defense over there. You have to win this game. I want the Jets -2.5. All right, that wraps up the NFL, and now it's time for the NFL segment called The Sitting Duck. NFL, you guys know how it goes. We already gave ours for college. Now we give them for the NFL. Gutsy, you're sitting duck this week in the NFL.
It's pretty easy. Half of the Texans roster is not only injured, but basically dead. Mother Nature's about to take its toll on the Texans. Give me the Packers.
So my sitting duck this week is the 49ers. This is not the same old 49ers team, bro. This defense can give it up. This offense, Brock Purdy's throwing a lot of picks, guys. Brock Purdy's starting to turn the ball over a little bit. And guess what happens when you turn the ball over and you hand it to the greatest player of all time? What? He scores. That's what happens. Give it to me. Sitting duck this week, it's the Niners. I'm with the Chiefs for every fucking last penny. Now for the most anticipated part of the show, this is the call of the week where we bring in the big game. Call of the week.
We got us another big one. I think that's a 10-pointer, Locks.
Big 10-pointer, right?
This looks like it might be at least a plus 700. Let me see what we got in here this time. We're reaching deep. Here we've got first one is Giants money line. Giants money line. What else? You're kicking me right nuts. I thought it was dead.
Where's the money?
Next one. Tennessee plus 3. God damn.
This is these guys are pissed. He's kicking. Why is he kicking? Stop kicking.
I lost. We lost. This thing is gone. This is going down the arm. I got it.
Okay.
And the third one.
What is that?
Louisville plus 5.5. We just hunted down a plus 774 ticket.
Thank you for watching Big Game Hunter. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week.